is better, cheap or expensive? Our driving question this quarter was, how can we differentiate between myth and reality?
When you chew foods, aromas are released from the food particles and travel into your taste receptor. These are located inside your taste bud cells, which are found in clusters on your tongue, roof of your mouth, lining of your throat. And then they go through to your 12 cranial nerves, which are a set of nerves that carry sensations between your head, body, and torso. And they send electrical signals all the way up to your gustatory cortex, which is located inside your brain and is how you know whether or not you like food. A study published by the New York Times shows that when people know which foods are the expensive food and which foods are the cheap foods, people automatically assume that the expensive foods are going to be better. So when people go to tally up the points to see which one's better, people say they like the expensive foods better. But is the expensive foods really better than the cheap foods? For our experiment, we're going to do it so that people do not know which side is the cheap food and which side is the expensive food.
For our experiment, we will explore whether expensive food really tastes better than cheap food. We've gathered 15 participants who will taste 2 different types of food, one high-end and one more budget-friendly. Throughout the experiment, they'll rate the food based on taste, texture, and overall satisfaction on a scale of 1 to 5.
Welcome to our experiment, participants. There are 15 of you, and you're going to be seeing if expensive food is always better than cheap food. What we have prepared for you is, in front of the table, we have one side cheap and one side expensive. You're not supposed to know or guess which one it is, but you're going to write your rating down of which one. So you can start drinking and eating your things, your food, and when you're done, you're going to write your rating of each side down on your card, so you can start eating.
Or on the left side.
Our hypothesis is that the expensive food would be better than the cheap food because it is an overall higher quality.
Oh my goodness.
But I've never liked food so much.
This
It's so good.
And then try it.
Our experiment's independent variable is the cost of the food, the dependent variable is the tester's rating, and the controlled variable is the type of food, the amount of food, and the temperature of the food.
That one was the best one.
is good. This is trash. That is good.
Our participants are done rating the food, and we will now tally the results. While I'm tallying the results, let's interview some participants.
Hello, Kayla. The right side was expensive and the left side was cheap. Could you tell?
Yeah, for the ice cream I could because the right side was creamier. And for the sandwiches, the left side actually tasted better, I thought. And for the Dr. Pepper, they both tasted the same. Well, like, they both tasted fine.
So which one do you think will win?
Probably the expensive side.
Hi Chase, what did you think of our experiment?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought I could definitely tell the difference between the cheap foods and the expensive foods.
What do you think of the final results of having it being a tie between the total points of the expensive and cheap food?
I was actually really surprised because I thought the expensive food was way better, especially the turkey, because it was really good.
Did you have a favorite food or drink?
I liked the turkey from the expensive food, but the ice cream was also really good.
Thank you for your analysis.
You're welcome.
We finished compiling the results, and it was very, very surprising.
After 15 people tested, here are our results.
Our results are completely equal.
That's right, our results were completely equal. It seems that people didn't notice the difference between cheap and expensive. But expensive food is probably still a higher quality.
So our experiment went well, and the results were pretty surprising, with 64 out of 75 for the cheap and also 64 out of 75 for the expensive. That's something that went against the hypothesis.
The total cost for the expensive was $21.76. The total cost for the cheap was $15.60, proving that cheap is not always worse than expensive. In conclusion,
This myth is busted!